Welcome to TL Tactico, DStv Ghana's web series breaking down the biggest transfers in football. TL Tactico is hosted by Susu Graham.
Hello, my name is Susu Graham and welcome to TL Tactical. Today we are talking about Croatian international Josko Gvardiol. Yes, that's how it's pronounced. I know it's spelled Gvardiol. The letters aren't quite what they seem to be, but it's Josko Gvardiol. So the 21 Croatian international moved to Man City this summer for a fee of £77 million or 90 million euros. And why have Man City made him the world's most expensive defender? Well, that's what this video is here to break down to you. So let's start with what we know about Josko Gvardiol. The main thing we can talk about is his performance at the World Cup. This was what caught the eye, where people were calling him the best centre-back in the world as Croatia ran to the semi-finals once again to finish with the third place medal. So Gvardiol was one of their best defenders, and we saw it in the stats. Second interceptions, first in clearances, a great World Cup performance. But now, let's move to club level. What can he bring to Man City, and why have they made him such a key signing? Well, let's talk about what we've seen from Man City recently. We have noticed now that Pep Guardiola has gone to a more physical backline. So you saw him play key matches this season with 4 centre-backs in Akanji, Ruben Diaz, John Stones, and Nathan Ake. These are 4 centre-backs playing across the back 4. So we are seeing him play centre-backs as full-back, more like Tony Pulis, which was a bit strange, but it worked for him because these are all ball-playing centre-backs. How does Gvardiol fit in? Well, Gvardiol is a left-footed centre-back, which is a position at a premium. So he plays centre-back and left-back, much like Nathan Ake, but he's much bigger. If you look at the two, Ake is about 5'11", and Gvardiol is about 6'1". But not only that, he looks bigger than 6'1". When you look at him, he looks like he's about 6'4". But that's not what stands out. It's not about his defending. It's not about his physical and rugged presence. It's about his passing. He was 89% in pass completion, which was 7th in the Bundesliga. And to add to that, he's a progressive carrier of the ball. His 16 out of 18 take-ons led the league in take-on success rate, and his progressive carrying distance was 7th in the Bundesliga, which was a huge amount. 55% in aerial duels, showing that he is a force in the air. He can win the ball back. And then you get to the passing. Using FBref's scouting report and compared to other centre-backs in Europe's top 5 leagues and the Champions League, he was in the 99th percentile for passes attempted, 93rd percentile for passes into the final third, and in passes of all distances, so that's short, medium, long, and switches of play, he was in the 90th plus percentile. So what does this tell us? This is an elite ball-playing defender who fits into Pep Guardiola's new system where there's a lot of centre-backs and there's a lot of progression of the ball. How does he fit in? He's similar to Nathan Ake, but bigger. But when you look at that, he's a more physical presence. And they are losing Aymeric Laporte, whose transfer to Al Nassr should be getting completed as this video is being done, or completed already. And the fact is, João Cancelo is out of favour. So if you look at it, we now have a backline where Man City, most of their defenders can also play centre-back, with the exception of Rico Lewis. And these are all big, physically imposing players, also good with the ball at their feet, good at progressing the ball. So it looks like he's going to fit right into what Pep Guardiola wants to do now and the new system he's coming up with. My issue was I wasn't too impressed with his ball-winning ability in terms of the stats with RB Leipzig. At the World Cup, it looked fine. But with RB Leipzig, it was not something I was very comfortable with. I think his percentage of tackling dribblers was less than 50%, which means he was dribbled more often than not. That is alarming, but I want to believe that it's because of the lack of compactness that RB Leipzig play with and the high line. He was exposed a bit more, which made it more difficult for him to kind of win those duels. So I believe that if he's in Pep Guardiola's system, which we know is more solid, something that is much more compact, he will look a lot better, and I think he'll be a very good signing for Man City. And so, as we like to say, I don't commit this transfer, and I think Josko Gvardiol is going to be a big hit in Manchester.